Shalom, family. This is our Rome Ben Israel. Hey, just wanted to do a quick video on 1 Corinthians 11. A lot of people think this chapter is talking about head coverings, scarves, head wraps, and things like that. But that's not really what it's talking about. And I just wanted to do a quick video on it. So I'm gonna start 1 Corinthians 11, verse 1. Be you followers of me, even as I also am of Messiah. Now let's jump over to let's look at that verse. Let's jump over to 1 Peter 5 and 2. It says, feed the flock of Yahushua which is among you, taking the oversight thereof, not by constraint, but willingly, not for filthy lucre, but of a ready mind, neither as being masters over Yahushua's heritage, but being examples to the flock. Being examples. Examples is what he's speaking of in that verse. We're to be examples. Follow me as an example. Now I praise you, brethren, that you remember me in all things, and keep the ordinances as I have delivered them to you. But I would have you know that the head of every man is Messiah, and the head of the woman is the man, and the head of Messiah is Yah. Every man praying or prophesying, having his head covered, dishonors his head. So what that is saying, it's not about the man having a head covering on. It's about the man having an authority over himself other than the Messiah. If you are in a group and the man can kick you out for being for not believing his doctrines or what have you, if he can kick you out, then he's an authority over you rather than Messiah. He's an authority over because he guides the group. He's the guider of the group. Let's jump over to Matthew 23 and 8. Matthew 23 and 8 says, But be not you called Rabbi. Rabbi means teacher. For one is your master. Master also means teacher. Even Messiah. And you are all brethren. So we are all brethren, the nation of priests, and there's one that's over us. That's the head, the high priest, Yahushua the Messiah. So he says, verse 9, and call no man your father upon the earth, for one is your Father which is in heaven. Then he repeats himself, neither be you called masters or teachers, for one is your teacher, master or teacher, even Messiah. So that lets us know none of us are above any of the others of the nation of priests. We all equal. So if a man is over us, then you standing in the place of Messiah. You're in his spot. We all brothers. We just supposed to share what we learn with each other, and we all grow that way. Verse 11. He that is greatest among you shall be your servant. So the leader should be the greatest servant, not being served. And whosoever shall exalt himself shall be abased, shall be brought down, and he that is humble shall be exalted. Humility is the biggest key to understanding. Humility. Let's jump back to verse 4. Every man praying or prophesying with his head covered dishonors his head, who is Messiah. Another, you have an authority other than Messiah over you, you dishonor the Messiah. But every woman that prays or prophesies with her head uncovered dishonors her head, for that is even all one, as if she were shaven. For the woman be not, if the woman be not covered, let her also be shorn. But if it be a shame for a woman to be shorn or shaven, let her be covered. What this is saying is, a woman that has a husband or an authority over her, and she disregards that authority that's over her, she dishonors her head, whoever her head is, her husband or her father or her husband. If she does not uh, submit herself to his authority, she is a shame to her head, to her husband. Yet she still prays and prophesies. Have to be in order. You have to be in order. And he just laid the order out at the beginning. Yah, Yehoshua, man, woman. But let's jump over to Genesis. Genesis 3:16. 3:16 says, oh, I pushed the wrong one. Yep. Genesis 3:16. Yeah. Unto the woman he said, I will greatly multiply your sorrow and your conception. In sorrow you shall bring forth children, and your desire shall be to your husband, and he shall rule over you. That's the law. That's the law right there. Yep. So let's jump over. Let's go back. First of all, let's go back to 1 Corinthians and read that again. But every woman that prays or prophesies with her head uncovered dishonors her head. For that is even all one as if she were shaven. For if the woman be not covered, let her also be shorn. But if it be a shame for a woman to be shorn or shaven, let her be covered. If she's not in authority, that's the same as her being shaven. Where were we? Where was a woman shaven? Deuteronomy. Let's start at verse 10. When you go forth to war against your enemies, and Yehoshua your power has delivered them into your hands, and you have taken them captive, and see among the captives a beautiful woman, and has a desire unto her, that you would have her to your wife, then you shall bring her home to your house, and shave her head, and pare her nails, and she shall put the raiment of her captivity from off her, and shall remain in the house and bewail her father and mother a full month. And after that you shall go in unto her and be her husband, and she shall be your wife. Okay, a woman is shaven when she has no covering. She doesn't have a husband. She doesn't have a father or a mother. She has no covering, and she's shaven. She's shaven, and it is a shame to her, as we see in verse 14. And it shall be, if you have no delight in her, then you shall let her go where she will, but you shall not sell her at all for money. You shall not make merchandise of her, because you have humbled her. You have humbled her. So you can't sell her. But she has no authority over her. So it is a shame unto her. It is a shame unto her. See that? For if a man indeed ought not to cover his head, for as much as he is the image and the esteem of Yah, but the woman is the esteem of the man. Okay, let's jump over to Genesis 1 and 26 and 27. And Yah said, let us make man in our image, after our likeness, and let them have dominion over the fish of the sea, and over the fowl of the air, and over the cattle, and over all the earth, and over every creeping thing that creeps upon the earth. So Yehoshua created man in his own image. In the image of Yah created he him, male and female created he them. So man is made in the image of Yah and Yehoshua. So let's jump back to 11:8. For the man is not of the woman, but the woman is of the man. Neither was the man created for the woman, but the woman for the man. Okay. Let's jump over to Genesis 2:18, where it says, and Yehoshua Power said, it is not good that a man should be alone. I will make him a helpmeet for him. Yep, let's jump down to 2:21. And Yehoshua Power caused a deep sleep to fall upon Adam, and he slept, and he took one of his ribs, and closed up the flesh instead thereof. And the rib which Yehoshua Power had taken from man, made he a woman, and brought her unto the man. And Adam said, this is now bone of my bone, flesh of my flesh. He shall be called woman, because she was taken out of man. Therefore shall a man leave his father and mother, and shall cleave unto his wife, and they shall be one flesh. Okay. So the woman is from man. Okay. First Corinthians 11. And for this cause ought the woman to have power on her head because of the angel. For this cause ought the woman to have authority on her head because of the angels. Verse 11. Nevertheless, neither is there man without the woman, neither the woman without the man. They both are of each other. In Yah. For as the woman is of the man, he took the woman from man, even so is the man also by the woman. Man is born from woman. Judging is it comely that a woman pray unto Yah uncovered? Does not even nature itself teach you that if a man have long hair, it is a shame unto him? Okay, when was it a shame for a man to have long hair? Okay, let's look at 2 Samuel 14:26. And when he polled his head, for it was every year's end that he polled it, because the hair was heavy on him. Therefore he polled it. He weighed the hair on his head at 200 shekels after the king's weight. Okay, let's jump over to 18 and verse 9. And Absalom met the servants of Dawid, and Absalom rode upon a mule, and the mule went under the thick boughs of a great oak, and his head caught hold of the oak, and he was taken up between the heaven and the earth, and the mule that was under him went away. And a certain man saw it, and told Joab, and said, Behold, I saw Absalom hanged in an oak. That's verse 14. Then said Joab, I may not tarry thus with you. And he darts in his hand, and thrust him through the heart of Absalom, while he was yet alive in the midst of the oak. Now when we look at that, let's go back. When we look at that, does not even nature itself teach you that if a man have long hair, it is a shame unto him? Nature, the tree, shamed him. He was caught by his long hair by nature, and he died. It was a shame to him to have long hair. He was in war with long hair, and was caught on the bow, and it was a shame to him. But if, verse 15, but if a woman have long hair, it is esteemed to her, for her hair is given to her for a covering. And this is just a metaphor or a symbolism. The covering, the hair is symbolism for the covering of authority. The woman having authority over her is a glory to her, but to a man to have a covering of authority over him, it is a shame. The authority, or the hair being the authority, a man to have hair or authority over him is a shame to him. But the woman, when she has a covering, her hair is a glory to her, or an esteem to her. That's what it's saying. But if any man seem to be contentious, we have no custom, neither the assemblies of Yah. And I just wanted to share that real quick, family. That's all it is. It's authority. It's authority. It's not head covering. What's a shame to a what's esteemed to a woman to have authority or covering of hair is a shame to a man to have that authority or a covering of hair, so to speak. And with that, I'm gonna go ahead and say shalom. Shalom, family.